slide, please. Okay, so this is very important for parents who have really young children. Generally, you generally think that you might be missing out something. So this is an easy checklist for you. If your child is below 1 year, you should just follow this, and you will be covering almost everything, and that will be a great intervention for your child. So physiotherapy, as I said, it is a must from the early months. I started at 2 months for my child. I know some parents have started at 1 month, but of course, if there is a heart difficulty, if there is a health condition, we need to wait for that. Health comes first, right? We need to get that sorted a little bit, and after that we start with the therapy, but we don't miss out on it. So physiotherapy is very important. Complete health checkup, as I mentioned already, every 6 months. Different textures, because some of our children do have sensory issues. So if we introduce them to different textures from the early age, if we give that exposure to them, the sensory issues reduce to a large extent over a period of time. Regular body massage, face massage really help for the blood circulation, as we all know, as well as for the brain stimulation. And the face massage is because there's because of the hypotonia, the oromotors are also weaker, so we need to do those massages, and these massages are recommended by the speech therapist also. Build on emotional responsiveness, encourage social communication, looking, smiling, and gestures. So you have to really encourage the child and show the smile, and how exactly whatever the milestone he needs to reach at that point of time, you need to give them reinforcements for that. Orosensory motor intervention, which is so important, because generally the tongue comes out and there is a low muscle tone on the face, and later on it develops on speech clarity issues. So if the orosensory motor intervention is taken care of from the beginning, and this can start as early as the child is born, right? By 3 months also, you can just take opinion. I mean, you don't have to go to the therapist. You can just take opinion and do what the therapist advises at home. Most of the suggestions are doing at home. The parent should do at home. We just take opinions and guidance from the therapist and incorporate that at home. Baby sensory programs, again, it is so beautiful that these programs are generally in a group of a lot of children together, a lot of babies together. So and they have a lot of activities according to their age, for sensorial activities, which activates a lot of which activates the sense organs of the child at a very early age, which really helps at a later age also. So we should expose them to baby sensory programs. Introduce swimming. That is the best and the only sport which actually can be introduced below 1 year. So if you don't have any other health conditions and hearing issues are not there, I would highly recommend that swimming should be encouraged at a at a very early age. Just introduction, the feel of the water, just taking the child and making the child comfortable. That is so important. On a later stage, you will see that swimming is the best for attaining clarity of speech also for the child, because that really helps in strengthening the muscle tone of the child, right? So overall muscle tone becomes stronger, and that is how swimming is very helpful. A lot of park time is advised, because it's actually a lot of activity happening in the park and a lot of stimulation for the brain. So the family time is definitely very important, because the child needs to see where he is, and how as many people he sees, as many people and children he meets, the more he learns. So the family is the best therapist. And traveling, definitely, because every place has a different climate, and that gives a lot of stimulation to the brain. So traveling is highly recommended for such young children from a young age. It cannot be, it is not necessarily going to a different country altogether. You can just go to a village which is close to your house, maybe just a half an hour, 45 minutes drive. But you should do it regularly for the child to experience different atmospheres, because that's a great way of stimulation.